Hi guys! Thank you for joining me today. I have a fantastic new video for you today on something that a lot of English students find confusing. That's the difference between ago and before in a sentence. Okay, so let's take a look at this. What do you think is wrong with this sentence? I met Peter 3 years before. Any idea? That's right, it should be I met Peter 3 years ago. This is a mistake made by so many of my students. So what is the difference between ago and before? And when do we use each one? Okay, so before basically means any time before now. Any unknown time before now. It does not say when exactly. Therefore, we could say, I know that woman. I've met her somewhere before. So here, you haven't said when exactly, just sometime before. Have you been here before? No, I've never been here before. This is my first time. We normally use the present perfect tense because the effect of meeting or seeing someone or being somewhere is still felt in the present. Simple past is also possible because we're talking about unknown occasions in the past, but it is less likely. So here are the same sentences, but now in the simple past. I know that woman. I met her somewhere before. Were you here before? No, I was never here before. This is my first time. Now, when do we use ago? Ago means at a certain time before now. We use a specific time expression here to count back from the present. Ago tells us how long before the present time something happened, so it tells us when and gives us a specific time or date. Because we're referring to a specific time in the past, the simple past can be used here. Your uncle phoned half an hour ago. Can you phone him back, please? I saw him for the first time at the music concert in London some 10 years ago. Okay, so remember to note that ago always counts back from the present time. If we're counting back from a past time, we use before and not ago. So I met him at the music concert in London in December 2011, when he told me that he'd seen this band already 4 years before. So see if you can see the difference between these two sentences. Last year, I went back to my hometown that I had left 10 years before and discovered that the house I grew up in was no longer standing. So this is saying that I actually left home 11 years ago. Last year, I returned to my hometown that I had left 10 years ago and discovered that the house I grew up in had been demolished. So in this sentence, it means that I left home 10 years ago. Can you see the difference? Okay. Now, of course, before can also be used as a conjunction and a preposition as well as an adverb. As a conjunction, before means previously to the time when. This conjunction joins two clauses together. So remember that before and its clause can come either before or after the other clause. For example, I always wash my hands before I have dinner. Or before I have dinner, I always wash my hands. In subordinate clauses introduced by before, we use the present tense to refer to the future. I will tell you before I leave. Not I will tell you before I will leave. That would be incorrect. It's I will tell you before I leave. If before is used as a preposition, it usually refers to time. It is most commonly used with noun phrases to refer to timed events. I like to go for a swim before breakfast. You can check in online, but you have to do it at least 4 hours before your flight. We can use before to refer to place, if it's seen as part of a journey or a sequence of events in time. So get off the bus just before the traffic lights. Just before the end of the book, there is a dramatic twist in the story. We can also use before to talk about doing something before a certain point in time. Then when that point arrives, it must already be completed. So I need to have a meeting with the client before Friday. Friday is too late. I need it in advance of Friday. Okay, so now you know a bit more about the differences and the uses of the words ago and before. I recommend that you watch the video a few times so you understand it better. As always, I've prepared a downloadable PDF with some notes for you, so if that interests you, please click on the link below and you'll be able to download it right away. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to press those all-important like and subscribe buttons below. See you next time. Bye!